Hi everyone, it's Kristen Redman, Astrological Intuitive, and today we are going to be talking about this upcoming full moon in Leo and what does it mean? So, full moons are a time when things reach a completion, right? They reach a breaking point. Things come to a head, right? This is a time frame that you always see things that happen, right? Where uh, emergency rooms are filled, jails are full, people are just reaching their breaking point, right? That is what full moons do. I always say that it's when the sun and the moon are in opposition, right? And as that sun shines a light on the moon, every crack and crevice is shown. We can't hide from things, and that's what full moons do. They're kind of like a big billboard from the universe shining a spotlight on it saying, this is something that might need to change, because ultimately full moons like for us to release things. Now, this is going to make the biggest impact, of course, on our Leo friends out there. This is your full moon. This is where things really reach a completion point, especially things that if they really surface during the August 17th, 2023 new moon. Right? That's when we put things out there and we ask for the shift and the changes in the new moons, right? We manifest what it is that we want, and they usually come to a head at that full moon, all these in the 6 month mark. Here we are going into it on the 25th of January. Now, like I said, this is going to make the biggest impact on our Leo friends and the opposing sign, our Aquarius friends. But this impacts all of us. But where it lands is going to depend on your personal chart as well. Where is Leo in your chart? This is going to say where things are reaching an apex in your own personal life. I have a link below there where you can actually find your birth chart and see where Leo rules that, and then you'll understand. But now, let's talk about just in general how it impacts us, right? Leo is the sign of happiness. It is the sign of things where we are getting the appreciation for what we are giving. Leo rules the heart in astrology, so it is about the love that we give, the energy that we give, how we take care of things. Leo the lion is a very protective and ruling energy. And where it lands in our chart says where we step up and we are a leader in our lives. Now, it is, like I said, the sign of appreciation. As we go into this full moon, we're looking to see where we are maybe underappreciated in our lives, where we are feeling a little bit hurt because we are not getting the attention that we need. Leo loves to have attention, and it likes to be applauded for what it does. And these full moons bring to a breaking point where we see where we're not getting that energy. But Leo also gives us the confidence to stand up for it. It gives us the courage to voice that. Think of the cowardly lion on the Wizard of Oz, right? His quest to find his courage. That is kind of the energy that we have under the energy of this full moon. This full moon is a really fiery one, not just because Leo is a fire sign, but because we have all of these planets that are squaring up with the moon this week. We have Mars, the planet of our anger and our ability to assert ourselves. We have Mercury, the planet of the mind and how we communicate that. Neptune, the planet that is about what our inner beliefs are telling us. And then we also have Venus, right? Isn't it? Nope. Neptune, Mars, Mercury, Pluto. Pluto, the planet of transformation that is also squaring up with this moon. And it's really pulling out all these energies. Now, remember, Pluto is going through a lot this week as it moves into a new sign where it hasn't been for 250 years. It's moving into Aquarius, and it's asking us for authenticity. It's asking us where things really don't fit us anymore. Now, so I see it kind of being a full moon where all these things kind of bubble to the surface. We have irritation, we have frustration, we have anger reaching a boiling point until we get to this Thursday full moon where we're able to really stand up and say, this doesn't work for me anymore. I'm not happy. I'm not happy, because that's what Leo is about. What is it that makes you happy? And what do we need to do to make changes to bring that into the light, right? Now, when I was saying Aquarius kind of going through these things, Aquarius is the opposing sign of Leo. So we always look to the opposing to find the balance and to find the answers. Now, maybe this is a full moon where we're starting to recognize who and what does not appreciate us for who we are now, right? Whether that's work, relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, of course. It doesn't matter what it is. This full moon makes it known to you. You're fully aware of what it is. Then there's that energy behind it that says, what do we need to do to change that and shift that? And that's where we let things go. It was usually in that full moon cycle, right? This is where we release. This is where we release these things. Now, the other part too with Leo is, right? What types of things are we releasing? I look at these things that Leo handles, and there is a lot of karmic past life energy that comes with Leo. This is where those things come to the head. Maybe there are some outdated beliefs that we carry from this previous lifetime. It doesn't have to be a past life. It can just be your own personal past as well too, right? If you're not a believer in past lives, it could be that as well. We have wounds that come from the past. And at the full moon, that's when we're ready to let them go, especially if they just continue to break our heart again and again. We see where these repetitive cycles do not serve us. This is where we can release them in the full moon. This is where that esoteric knowledge comes in. Leo is the sign that deals with esoteric ancient knowledges from the past. So if this is something where, let's say you want to access some past life information, Leo also deals with dreams and dream cycles as well too. This is where we can ask for that insight through the dreams. Maybe your dream cycles are reaching ahead in this week as well too. Don't be surprised because it's trying to bring you answers, right? That helps us interpret dreams as well too. So this is where we really call on our guardian angels, our ancestors, our whoever it is, whoever your belief system, your personal belief system is. Call on that, whether it's an angel or a past loved one, Jesus, Buddha, whomever it may be, whatever it may be, you're calling on that to say, help me to look at this, help me to interpret these dreams, help me to understand the information that's coming through. This is a moon where we find confidence, right? Leo is about having confidence and courage to be who we truly are. So maybe this is a moon of helping us to find that. Leo is the sign of creativity, children. Maybe things reach ahead with children in this time frame as well too. Maybe we look to the wounds of our own childhood in this as well. But it is about creativity. And I always say that that is a perfect antidote for bringing things to the surface. A lot of times when we're trying to solve a problem, right, the more we focus on it, the further the answer gets, doesn't it? It always seems like that. So here we go. This is where I say that using your hands to maybe create something, whether it's food, painting, even cleaning, doing something like that, where we're creating something different than what our environment has, that's when answers can come to us a little bit easier. So that's also something too. And it helps us to express ourselves. Creativity is Leo. It helps us to express who we are and to have the confidence to show it in the world. It's very difficult to show our artwork and put ourselves up for criticism. And that's what Leo gives us the confidence to do. Creating, right? Creating is a wonderful thing. We have to have pride in ourselves and our abilities. And this full moon really brings that to light as well, too. So now this is the first full moon of 2024. So this is going to be the one where it's kind of the reaching or breaking point where all of those old energies, those stagnated energies from 2023 are ready to be let go of. Are those things coming up to the surface right now? This is where we can release them, is in the full moon. It's always the best time, always the best time. Because it is a fire sign, I'm always a big believer. Now, this is just my own personal belief. I've never read this or heard this anywhere, but it's just something that I believe myself. If it doesn't resonate with you, then don't do it. You know, I mean, we all have the free will to do what we want. But because it's a fire sign and a fire moon, I believe in maybe writing those things that are coming to the surface down. Writing those things that you're willing to release down onto some paper. Then we take it, boop, 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 we fold it up, and we burn that. Of course, do it in a safe environment. I'm not telling you to just throw it on the floor and burn your house down. Don't blame me for that. I'm just saying, do that in an environment where it is safe for you to do it. And I tell you what, just that visualization of that being burned helps you to break those ties, whether they're karmic ties or what have you, to those things that you need to let go of. It's a wonderful thing to do. Definitely a lot of energy coming up in this full moon. Just know that you have the ability to release that. Breathe through it. That's what I say. The weekend comes and it really starts to bring in some positive energy thanks to Jupiter and Venus kind of making a really happy connection with each other, which brings optimism and hope. So the things that come to the surface, if you're ready to have the courage to bring them out, there is a lot of great energy at the end of the week to help smooth those things over and really bring through new possibilities. So, everybody, just be proud of who you are, stand in your power, work on your solar plexus, because that's what Leo deals with right there, is finding that confidence and the courage to just be happy and to find that happiness in you, right? What is your gut telling you this week? This is what the full moon is asking. Everybody, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful week.